Hey guys, so today I'm in another location and just ignore it for now. I will go over that soon. But basically today what we're going to talk about is inflammatory acne. So I'm going to be using my phone as a form of notes because I did not memorize all of this. I did a lot of research, went to some master classes for acne, but unfortunately my brain does not hold so much information like memorizingly, so we're gonna use my phone, and I apologize. I know it kind of looks bad, but we're gonna do it. So inflammatory acne is when lesions become inflamed with pus and then bacteria forms. So there are two types of inflammatory acne, and that's papule, and that's when the sebum and dead skin cells are below the surface. There's inflammation and there's a small bump that's hard to the touch. So papules don't normally have a white head. They're more like red, hard, and you always wonder like if you can pop it or not, like if it's ready. I feel like that's kind of the best description I can give. I will also add pictures so you guys aren't confused. Pustule or your regular pimple is what you usually see when you see a pimple. You have the pus, you have the white kind of head, and then the red ring of inflammation. It protrudes through the surface. So I think I would say inflammatory acne is probably one of the most common forms of acne, right next to comedonal acne, because inflammatory acne is kind of like the regular things that almost everyone can get because it's like your regular pimples, sort of like bacteria gets into certain, like your skin or like lesions, and then it creates those pimples or kind of like infections in a way. So they're kind of very common, I would say, and a little bit easier to battle. So first we're gonna go over how to tackle this. So in order to tackle acne, and especially inflammatory acne, we're gonna wanna use antioxidants. So antioxidants battle free radicals. So yeah, basically the whole spiel just tells you that antioxidants just neutralize your free radicals and doesn't allow those particles to hurt the skin. So now we're going to go over some ingredients that are anti-inflammatory, that are really good for usage with inflammatory acne. So we have niacinamide. So niacinamide is good for brightening, and here I actually have a percentage of how much niacinamide you should actually be using and how much should actually be in a product. So we have no more than 5% and no less than 2%. So niacinamide will brighten, and it acts as an anti-inflammatory ingredient. But even though niacinamide is really good for the skin, if you use too much of it at a high concentration, it could be damaging. Just like any other ingredient, if you use too much in high concentration, some ingredients don't and aren't that stable, I guess, in that type of concentration, like essential oils. They can't be used at high concentrations because they'll hurt your skin. So you gotta be careful with that, but that's the niacinamide. The next thing I wanna talk about is Centella asiatica, which is something that I really love, and I have some products that I'm gonna talk about with Centella. Centella asiatica is also known as tiger grass, and there is something called Cica out there, if you do know. Neogen has a lot of Cica products, and Cica is just a more potent and concentrated version of Centella asiatica, and Centella asiatica is actually called tiger grass. You might see this in a lot of skincare products, especially Korean beauty. And it's a very medicinal type of plant that tigers roll around in when they have wounds, apparently, and it heals them. So using Centella and Cica is really good for healing and anti-inflammatory properties, as you can see like with the tigers and how they use it very medicinally. And that's what I really love about the ingredient, is how medicinal it is, because it just feels so natural to use. The last thing I want to talk about is madecassoside. So madecassoside is also similar to niacinamide, where it brightens and is an anti-inflammatory. It's also a great ingredient, so if you see it in one of your products, definitely use that product. Hello. Okay, so I have a couple products here in my hands or in my armpit too. So basically, So we're gonna go over a couple products that I love to use and that are great for anti-inflammatory properties and healing. So the first one I want to talk about is the Real Ferment Micro Essence by Neogen. If you're honestly looking for a brand that is like leader in anti-inflammatory ingredients, you want to get Neogen, but especially this one because this is a 93% fermented concentration of ingredients in here. So that's freaking crazy. This thing is probably filled with so many amino acids, so potent. It's great for brightening and it's great for repairing and anti-inflammatory properties. This also has niacinamide in it, which is really good too. So it is filled with a bunch of different things like repairing your skin barrier, antioxidant properties, anti-inflammatory properties. It's fermented, which makes it like 10 times more effective for brightening and repairing the skin. It's also super hydrating, so for my dry skin types, this is great for you. Oily, same thing, but if you're really looking for that like boost in hydration, especially for the winter, I know dry skin, you always suffer with that, so this is definitely something you could try. Okay, so going off of Neogen again, this is just one, but this is their Real Cica Micellar Cleansing Water. This is a micellar water. They also have a oil cleanser as well. So, and then they also have another part of this line that is like a toning pad, a toning and exfoliating pad. So they have a lot of things in this Cica line here, and the Cica line is actually very, for a lack of a better term, clean beauty, but it just has a lot of very valuable ingredients in it that are less sensitizing to the skin, which is a better way of kind of describing clean beauty since there's not really a definition for that. But anyways, this has Cica in it, which is again the potent Centella asiatica, and that will do wonders for anti-inflammatory properties, and it'll do a great job at reducing free radical damage and repairing the skin in a more medicinal way. The second to last thing I want to talk about is the Beet Shield by Krave Beauty. I'm obsessed with this. I've been obsessed with this for like, I think a year. This is how long it's been out, but I love this. This is an amazing sunscreen. It has beetroot extract in it for antioxidant properties, which again is really great for acne. And another thing I want to talk about is sunscreen in general. If you are looking to reduce or protect and prevent against future acne breakouts, or you just want to protect your skin in general, sunscreen is the way to go. Sunscreen will brighten your skin. Sunscreen will protect against free radical damage. It'll protect against UV rays. It will hydrate. If you have the proper sunscreen, it will do these things. A lot of US sunscreens have filters in them that will sensitize the skin and that are not very gentle, but something like this Krave Beauty sunscreen is really great because it contains very gentle UV filters, and it contains very valuable ingredients like the beetroot extract that will protect against free radical damage and act as an antioxidant. So the last thing I wanted to talk about, I don't have, and I'm sad, but it is the Matcha Pudding Moisturizer by Peach and Lily, and I'm a little too broke at the moment to buy it, and I do have a $10 off coupon, so I might hop on that. But I really wanted to make this video, but ultimately I'm showing you guys like an online version of what I'm looking at, and this is the Matcha Pudding Moisturizer. It's a really light moisturizer. It's a green color, nothing artificial. It smells amazing. Again, no artificial fragrance, but it just has this very light whipped texture. It's great for oily skin, great for dry skin. It's like the best of both worlds. Again, combination skin, you will also love this because it's not too thick for a oily skin type, but it's not too thin for dry. So it complements both skin types. And what I love about it is it has matcha in it. And matcha is one of the richest sources of antioxidants you can find. So when you're looking for something to really protect your skin, this is the kind of moisturizer you want. I also believe it has brightening properties like niacinamide. So it's really great for brightening and protection and reparation. Also just hydration in general. So if you're looking for that like a master of all skincare products, this is probably the one that you want if you do have inflammatory acne and if you struggle finding moisturizers that fit your skin type. So thanks for watching, guys. That was really it. I really wanted to do this informational version of a video because I know that you guys liked the last acne video I did, so I'm really happy to make this and I want to continue to make more. If you have any requests on acne videos, I'm going to just keep going over the individual types of acne and the ingredients and products you can use to reduce that. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope this video helped you to feel kind of more comfortable in your own skin.